gonna make this a real long video. That's why I pre-recorded it. I don't want y'all holding me on here. I got stuff to do today. Somebody was saying that the pyramids were always used as burial grounds. And I say, well, that's the reason for the questions, because that's what we were taught. Burial grounds are a fail-safe because they are sacred. So if you tell somebody, hey, that's a burial ground, they're not going to go digging around it. They're not going to go tearing it down, trying to see what it really was 100 years or 1,000 years before the burial ground. Case in point, they try to tax Donald Trump. He buried his wife on a goddamn golf course to save taxes. They can't mess with that. From here on out, they can't tax their property because it's a burial ground. What I'm saying is, look behind the shit they telling you. They tell you it was a burial ground, but even they have questions. And what I was saying, their questions was, how did these Egyptians make these pyramids? My question, or my thing was, did the Egyptians really make the pyramids? How do we not know that those pyramids was not here 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 years before the Egyptians? This is why I say that. I know we pray to the Most High, whatever your religion is. There's a duality. There's a whole nother God that we worship, everybody, every day, without fail, and we don't realize it. That God is technology. There's so many different ways I could go with the technology thing. But let me tell you this. The reason why we go through what we go through on this earth is because of technology. And I say we as black people. Because the only reason why we have not tore this down to the ashes and let a new society build where we could be human, where we could be accounted for, is because we scared to lose the technology we have. Like, everybody knows this society we have, we are under somebody's thumb. We've been enslaved, we've been picked on, we've been prodded at, we've been beat down, castrated, mutilated, hung, all this shit. And now that we have the power to get out of it, we don't, because we're afraid to lose the technology we have. And we know that we don't, even though we got Teslas, we got smartphones, we got smart TVs, we got video, but we can talk to motherfuckers on the other side of the world. What I tell you about shortcuts? Technology is shortcuts. When you pick up a phone and you can see somebody that's in Japan, that's a shortcut, because you're supposed to go over there and talk to that person. But I can do it real fast if I just click this button. Let technology do it for me. I can talk to y'all and send y'all a video and let y'all hear what I'm saying from the inside of this truck to the inside of your house through technology. We don't want to lose that. I can jump on a plane and fly to wherever I want to be at in a few hours. Technology, we do not want to lose that. Guess what? The Mayans had a different technology they used to tell them how to make a calendar. If they took that away from us right now, the whole calendar, do you know how long it would take us as smart ass people to be able to look at the sun and the moon and the stars and tell you, hey, the sun gonna go down an hour different today. Or next year, it's only gonna have 365 days and 64 days. Bro, they had a different type of technology. Wiped it out. They had to. Just like one day we gonna have to. And I believe that day is coming soon. The reason why, because of AI. We get to a point where we so y'all know what I'm trying to say. Technologically advanced that we are allowing the computers to think for us now. They tell you to get on there. You don't gotta write this book. Just say a few words and let the computer write it for you. Nah, that's entertainment for me to read it, but I wouldn't be happy putting out a book that a computer wrote for me. When I feel like my words whether spelled correctly or incorrectly, or I lose something out, it's gonna be way more impactful and powerful than what a computer can put together just on some mumbo jumbo shit. Back to the pyramids. They come up with all different types of forms and fashion, shapes, and ways that they think these people put these pyramids together so perfectly. The design is so perfectly smooth. These stones are so big and heavy though, but people couldn't move them. Every stone that they use is bigger than this damn truck that I'm sitting in with the trailer on it. It's 3-4 times heavier. Come on now. They don't have a clue what type of technology was used to build them pyramids. But they will tell us what they want us to know, like, hey, pyramids are burial grounds. Oh, really? Maybe the pyramids hold the secrets to the technology that they are building today. You know, people in power, people in position of power, I always feel like, oh man, well, we got to keep this secluded. We can't let everybody know about this. Who said that you were supposed to know about it? And then you get to choose that we don't know about it? Same thing I be saying about like areas like Area 51. It's been around for a long time. They have always lied to us and told us what was over there, but they have also always kept us at bay. Who gave y'all the authority to say, hey, if you come on this piece of American land, you're going to jail. We don't want you over here. Who is you to say you don't want us over there? Tell the truth. Say, bro, we got some shit going on over here that we done found, and we don't want nobody to know about it. We trying to keep it a secret. Stay over there the fuck you at. Mind your business. But they don't want to tell us that because, you know, we as Americans are like, hell nah, bitch, I'm on the see. Curiosity killed the cat. We want to know. We want to see. Thing is, like I say, people in position of power stay in power because they know shit, they see shit, they are privileged to shit that we aren't. When it's a war going on, do you not think the president know about it way before we know about it? Like, they can see this shit months ahead of time. They know what's causing the war. The other leaders are reaching out to him, telling him, hey, bro, we gonna do this and we gonna do that. Man, y'all need to move like this. Just like in prison. In the world, we like the prison guards. Because the warden them know, the inmates them know, the last motherfucker gonna find out is the prison guards. In certain situations, might be the warden gonna be the last. In other situations, the inmate's gonna be last. It all depends on where the power coming from. You see what I'm saying? Like, real shit. If me and one of my homeboys got to ride down here to this berry, down here to the other side to go holler at some more of our homeboys to try to smooth something out, because it might be a war about to pop off, the guards don't know shit about that. We had to come down here, sneak around them, meet with the other leaders, talk to them, try to smooth shit out. If can't nothing get smoothed out and it's about to be a war, we all know it. The guards don't know shit. Till the war pop off, and then they left trying to figure out what happened. Why this happened. Man, you think people don't know exactly why this happened? They gonna get up there and be like, oh man, the Crips and the Bloods is beefing, they got something to do with the street. Nah, motherfucker, this is about a candy bar. Nigga, this is about a motherfucking, a goddamn can of sweet tea. It's 3 people over here that lost their life, and it's all behind a goddamn honey bun. Or $20 in commissary. Or a nigga owe you some push-ups or some shit like that. Now, we gonna let them believe what they want to believe. And when they go home and tell their family what happened today, they gonna tell them some finagle, some bullshit that they believe. They not gonna know, man, the Blue Bunny that stole Red Top, goddamn me, honey bun, and got caught. And the nigga goddamn me beat him up. And the Crips didn't like that shit. They like, you should have came to us and told us what was going on. And Red Top and them popped off and got to talking that shit, and niggas just wasn't feeling it. They got the war. But past all that shit, man, I'm just saying the technology and the information that's coming behind pyramids is deeper than we will ever know. They not gonna tell us everything. We know. Look at it like this. When you see how they trying to change the history books to say that slavery was a good thing and that the white folks was just teaching black folks how to work the land and how to till the soil, how to raise the animals, and this is what we learned all this shit from, and we should be thankful. When you spin it like that today, it sounds like some bullshit. But if we let you spin that shit like that today, and for the next goddamn 70, 80 years, the kids that come up and don't know nothing but that is gonna live by it. They're gonna swear by it. That's why I tell y'all, it be so hard for me to believe shit, because I know that once a lie get told, 20 years later, it's the truth. If don't nobody cut that lie off at the knees, 20 years later, that lie, no matter how dumb, no matter how stupid, no matter how ass backwards and asinine it is, it will become the truth. People like us will read that bullshit, and 15 years after we read it, we will argue until the point where a motherfucker trying to tell us the truth or say some shit that really makes sense, we looking like, you damn dummy. You a damn dummy, man. That is not what happened. Nigga, how do you know what happened? You wasn't there. You was not there. That's why I always fought the Bible so much. I never wanted to fight God because I felt God. I've seen it work. But I know that man wrote the words in the Bible, and even though it could be true, I don't believe that I would ever read the book and try to live by every last word in the book. What I will do is take out all the righteous stuff and all the good stuff that can help me be a better person and apply it to my life. Because I won't say that there ain't no good stuff in there, because, man, look, there's tons of good stuff in there. I don't read the Bible like I should. I have, but I know the Bible. Sometimes I amaze myself at things I know in the Bible because I don't know how I know them. But to me, I know real from fake. I know righteous from bullshit. I know good from bad. You know what I'm saying? Good from evil. So it's not that far-fetched that if there's some good and evil in the book that I would already know it, because I've been dealing with it all my life. I've been learning it. I've been seeing it. Hell, I've been in it. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that's how I be knowing that. But at the same time, I don't know if I ever told y'all this. I probably have. It's not just the Bible. It's other things in life that I be knowing, and I don't know how I know it. I never took a class on it. I never read a book on it. I never studied it. But when it's time to talk about it, for some way, I be knowing, and people are like, oh, hell yeah, bro, you smart. You ever read this book right here? I'm like, no. You ain't never read that book. Like, dude, you do me in prison. Like, man, you read that book too? Well, I ain't never heard of the book. Now you lying, nigga. You read that book, bro, because you saying exactly what's in the book. Bro, I'm just saying some real shit. So the book must be on some real shit. But with the pyramids, I just was saying, man, it's strange. Pyramids hold so many secrets. And like I said, research for yourself. Pyramids in Mexico and the pyramids in Egypt are not the only pyramids in the world. And I'm not talking about the pyramid in Memphis. But they just not. And I feel like, I'm not saying that mountains are really pyramids that have been covered up and all this, but I'm saying it's possible. It's possible. I'm not saying that there were really giants walking this earth they laid down and died, and they didn't turn in the mountain. But it's possible. Who the hell you gonna say that some shit ain't possible? And I hate to use this as an analogy, as the impossible becoming possible. I'm an Arkansas Razorback. I sat up for 2 days and watched John Calipari become the head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks, knowing other than Nick Saban, John Calipari was the most hated coach in Arkansas history. We hated that man. And it ain't because he beat us all the time, because we was whooping his ass too. Plenty of times. Not as many times they beat us, but plenty of times. Not no once or twice. I seen a whole state go into a state of shock, like a state of disbelief, like what the? To the point that people was mad about it until it was final. The anger wasn't because they was really mad. The anger was disbelief. The anger was, I'm not fit to fall for that shit, bro, and then y'all yanked that motherfucking rug from under my feet. And when they realized that the rug was hammered down, glued down, and it wasn't going nowhere, all of a sudden everything eased up. Motherfucker like, man, nigga, we got one. That's just some things that people consider impossible, and then they turn around and happen. I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you would have asked me when I first started doing YouTube, or you would have told me, should I say, that, bro, you're gonna be helping folks the way you always wanted to. And I say that because, like, trust me, way before YouTube, I can remember being a kid when people used to come to our school and speak to us. Me wanting to come to schools and speak to people as a kid. I can remember this before the gangbanging, before the child abuse. When I was at Wakefield Elementary in Southwest Little Rock. That was 1st through 4th grade. I remember that cafeteria. I remember that stage. I remember the dudes used to come by and do the Martin Luther King speech, sound just like Martin Luther King. I remember the dudes used to come by at Christmas time, all these different holidays. And I could always imagine myself up there speaking to the people in this school. I was shy at the time. I didn't do no talent shows, no shit like that. All the public speaking events that I have done, that I can think of at this moment, were things I was kind of thrust into. Nothing planned, nothing sat down and written out, shit like that. Is one on YouTube where I did a men's day at church. Ain't that ironic? I was a preacher for a day. And I didn't get time to sit and plan it out. I just got called up there and hey, you running the show today. You're a young man and we need young man leadership. So what you got? Well, I gotta bring out the preacher. Calling things out the Bible that I don't remember reading. And speaking on that same subject, wasn't jumping all around. It's recorded and it is on YouTube, but you can't really hear it because my baby sister recorded it. And instead of coming up front like I asked her to, she sat in the back of the church talking to her homeboy so you could hear her talking. The phone shaking, she ain't really paying no attention. So it ain't really good. You probably have to find this on one of her pages, not mine. When I came home from prison, I got with Reverend Stewart. And I had to speak on the news about the ceasefire I was trying to put together after the little girl got killed on Martin Luther King Street. There was another situation I had in my head, but I can't think of what it is right now. I'm trying to think real quick. Give me a second. Matter of fact, I can pause this. Got it. All right, so look. The third one was I believe I spoke on this before too. At my grandma's funeral, not long after I came home from prison, I was sitting on the front row, and I didn't have the booklet. There was the program. There was, you know what I'm saying? There was the program, but you know what I'm trying to say. With the face on it, the dead person's face on it, and list all the family and all the song we could sing, all this. I didn't have one. For some reason, everybody was saying they had ran out. Everybody around me had one but me. And I feel like they did me like that on purpose. So, my cousin was telling me that he had wrote 2 poems that he was going to do. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm thinking, well, I wouldn't want to get up there right now in front of the whole family and talk. So, as my cousin got to do his poetry, he handed me his program. I get it. And I'm listening to the poetry. I really ain't even looked at the program. I know all these people. I know the words to these songs. I don't want to read the words to your poetry. I'm fit to listen to it. And he did a damn good job. But at some point I did look down to see what was coming after him. It was me, giving a eulogy. I was still in my 20s, fresh out of prison. After that purpose, my grandma held on while I was in prison. She had Alzheimer's, that's what killed her. When she went, she didn't know nobody's name but mine. When she went, well, she knew other names, but she couldn't put them names on those faces. So she would call people by other people's names and stuff like that. Like, I got a cousin named James, she would call him by my cousin Sean's name. She'd call Sean Gregory's name, Gregory the oldest name. All of them at some point were getting called my name. And then it got to the point where she really wasn't talking. But when I came home from prison, we went up to the country to see my grandma around the corner. She knew my name, she called my name. And the people that were hearing it were shocked and surprised, like, Mama talking, Mama talking. Not really, but she said my name more than once, so you can know exactly who she was talking to and exactly what she was saying. And she didn't do a whole lot of talking after that. She didn't do a whole lot of living after that. I seen my grandma then. We had the welcome home party. I seen my grandma then. And that might have been the last time I seen my grandma alive. It was like that first 2 weeks after I got out, and then she was gone. But as far as the speaking, I jumped up there, put my big boy pants on, got up to the podium, grabbed the microphone, and I said whatever came on my face, which was along the lines of, man, y'all stop crying. You're selfish. My grandma loved everybody in this room, but everybody she loved is not in this room. A lot of the people my grandma loved is up in heaven, and she been missing them way more than we missing her right now. She been living without them way longer than we've been living without her. On top of that, she was suffering. She deserved to be gone. She deserved to be with her husband. She deserved to be with her son that been dead since before I was born. She deserved to be with her sisters, with her mama and daddy. We done had her all our lives. And that whole time, she been hurting and she been missing people. Did she get the hug today? We can't be sad about that. We got to be happy about that. We got to celebrate my grandma and her newfound happiness. Even if it is our newfound sorrow. And I just say, you know what I'm saying? And I was surprised at myself with the stuff that came out of my mouth. But like I said, looking back at it, I'm not surprised because I hate to say this type of stuff about myself, but I feel like I've always been wise beyond my years. Now, in pressurized situations, I did a bunch of bullshit. But I was always smart enough to make it out of those situations where a lot of people didn't. I might have had to go the longest route possible and go through bullshit and get felonies on my name and other shit, but I made it out where a lot of people didn't. Now I'm at that point where I can calm down, I can sit my ass down, and I can say, you know what? Fool, you don't have to do the bullshit. And when you find yourself in bullshit, then you need to start slowing down, thinking about it, and moving different. Ladies, I know I get on y'all a lot, and it's only because I love you and I want to see you do better. I need a good woman. So I feel like we need to be out here making some good women. I feel like men, I'm going to come up with an episode where I'm letting us have it, because we should be the leaders. We should not be accepting the shit that we accept. But a lot of us take shortcuts and we weak. We want something quick from these women. And it's ruining the women, which turn around and ruin the families, which ruin the man and ruin the black people and the white people to do it and the Jewish people to do it and the Chinese people to do it and the Africans to do it and whoever is taking these shortcuts. Whoever using these women trying to get something out of them instead of working for it. We trying to get it quickly. We ruining our women, we ruining our kids, man. I hate to keep using NBA Youngboy, but he's a well-known person that we get to see doing this bullshit every day. And it's like, right now he got this thing going on where he arguing Finesse 2 times. They arguing. It's nothing new. He argued with every rapper. We all know Finesse 2 times got King with him at all times. So when they arguing, King say something in the background. I forgot what he said. I think he called dude Tinder or said he was something like that. He pressed about a brawl. Well, this morning I get him, I see NBA, man, you don't have no kid talking to me, ain't old nothing nut yet. And I'm thinking to myself, what him getting nothing got to do with anything, bro? And then I had to remember, this boy 10, 11 years old, young boy. Remember when you were 10 or 11? Couldn't nobody tell you shit. I think you started rapping around 13, 14, but couldn't nobody tell you shit when you was 10 or 11. Remember when you was raised there, what you was doing? You wasn't seeing half the shit King seeing, bro. You wasn't going through half the shit King going through. Now, is dude's life gonna be better or worse than yours? I hope better. But just being real, I don't like the fact that dude is running around with grown ass men being put in grown ass situations, because even though Finesse got bread and he putting bread in his man well, I damn near thought that was the African dude, the bodybuilder dude with the dreads. He's been on social media. I ain't seen him in a while. Dude be walking around smacking food out of everybody's hand. I swear if I could have turned the camera around and loaded up for y'all to see dude, y'all would have been like, damn, that's him. You know, I was talking about King. I hope dude life be better, but I don't like the fact that he run around being put in grown-up situations. Like dude and NBA Youngboy arguing and beefing, and that NBA Youngboy ignorant ass is bringing the little boy up. And I'm like, bro, we know you ignorant, we know you retarded, but niggas like me also know you a fraud. Like, You was another one of these dudes that the industry done had since you was a child, bro. You been put up in the mountains for years. They say you on house arrest. They say you fighting these charges. And I'm like, bro, I don't care how rich you is. You're not going on house arrest for 5-6 years fighting a gun charge. You could have went to court, did your time, and been home scot-free by now. 5 years. That's what the Fed's gonna give you for a pistol charge. In the state, you might get even less. So I ain't trying to hear that. You rap about doing all this drilling and all this other stuff. Bro, you're not doing that. You put up in the mountains, wearing fingernail polish. I ain't seen you with makeup on your face. You run around the house with your homeboys and you draw all week. All this is on video. And for some reason, your fans overlook it. They think it's all cool. It's all, you know what I'm saying? Because you tell them it is. But like I say, man, we got to start holding ourselves and other people accountable, especially our entertainers, the people that we look up to. I'm going to go ahead and end this video, man, because I know I ain't talking about the shit I was talking about at first. My mind jump all over the place. And because I'm free to hit the highway, I'm free to go in here and get me some breakfast, man. I'm going to come back, eat that, fill up this truck. And fellas, I'm on your ass later on. I don't know if it's going to be today or tomorrow. But we're going to have a talk because we got to start being leaders again, man. We got to start teaching our kids and our women. And make no mistake about it. I don't give a damn how many kids you got. Every child you see is yours. That's how you should be acting. Every woman you see is yours. You should be treating them like that's your sister, that's your mama, or that's your woman. Not all women gonna be your woman, so you can't treat them all like your woman. But you should respect them like your woman. Not all women gonna be your mother. But damn it, you should respect them like that. Even if they don't respect themselves. I told you, the way you treat people will change the way they treat themselves. So when you treating these women like hoes, like bitches, like, you know what I'm saying, thoughts, they become that. I seen this thing this morning, and it then made me throw up. Dude was interviewing Sexy Red, and like, what's one of the worst rumors you done heard about yourself? This bro said that my coochie ain't fat. That's the type of shit I be talking about. That's the type of shit I be talking about. Thing is, little mama, everybody in the world has seen your little stuff. It was regular. Very, very regular. It was some normal shit. You wasn't doing nothing amazing. It wasn't doing nothing amazing. It was just the fact that you have a name. You are an entertainer. People know your face. That's the only thing that was special about it. Is because it was something that people probably thought that they would never see. And take that off. That's not how people felt. People felt like that about Halle Berry, about Michelle Obama, about these type of women. Like, man, I never see that. So if they ever do see it, it's going to be something special to their eyes. You rap about it, talk about it, brag about it, lie about it all day long every time you open your mouth. So when we finally see it and it's nothing special, it's nothing special. Thing about it is, it's supposed to be special no matter who you are. I am waiting. Last night I went on tag and I ain't been on there in about a week. And I had this message from this woman. I messaged her first, but she messaged me back 3 times. And once she sent a link, and I damn near closed the message because I hate them links. Because I know if particularly some sex website, sign up for this if you want to have sex with me, I ain't with none of that. So I had to look at it and I seen Facebook on there. I said, hold on. And I hit it and it took me to a Facebook page. And I'm like, okay, this look like a real woman. And I go read and shit on her page. And one of the first things I see on her page is, I didn't read the whole thing because I've seen it before. And I tell y'all about the same thing all the time. She was talking about how God hid the gold and the diamonds because they were valuable. You got to dig them up. You got to find them. And it was telling girls and women to cover themselves up because your precious stuff is supposed to be precious. We're not supposed to be able to look and see the gold and the diamonds. That's something that you have to work for. You have to get determined that I'm going to dig down the ground and I'm going to search. And if I get lucky, I might find some gold. I might find a diamond. These women has got they Cuban zirconias all on display, thinking that we supposed to go crazy about it. No. We see the Cuban zirconias on every wrapper around her. It hit different when them real diamonds come in the room. You see what I'm saying? It hit different when that real gold walk in the room and you looking at it like, oh shit. Nigga, what the hell that is on your neck? That shit hit different. It's the same with a woman. You can put yourself on display all day. All it does is diminishes your value. Like, be for real, it diminishes your value. If you see 1,000 Honda Accords on the street every day, and then once every 6 months, or every 3 or 4 months, you see a Lambo come down the block, you gonna pay attention to that Lambo the whole time it's riding by you, looking at this ain't something you see every day. Them 200-300 Accords every 2 hours will come down the street. You ain't focused on that shit. You ain't looking at that shit. You don't care about that. I had to go delete all the twerkers and all the women showing their bodies on my Facebook page because I got to a point in my life where, you know, I'm like, man, I want to appreciate women. I don't want to be angry at women all the time. So let me get rid of the angry women, the naked women, the freaky women, so I can start appreciating the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pornhub is out there, so if I want to see a naked woman, I always know where to go find a naked. Well, I'm at damn near 40 minutes. I can go find a naked woman whenever I want to. I don't want to see naked women on the same place I go to talk to my mama while I'm out here on the road. I'm going to look at my mama, but I see some ass and titties. I'm going to go holler at my nieces, but first thing I do when I hit Facebook is see cheeks doing this. I don't want to see that shit. But what I'm saying is, fellas, we got to take accountability and responsibility for the shit we seen because we created that bullshit. We made a market for that bullshit. We, goddamn me, supporting the OnlyFans. We supporting the whatever it is that they doing. You know what I'm saying? We at the strip clubs empowering these strippers. And I try to tell them, I'm like, you got to realize, when I was a kid, I was in a strip club culture. The strip club was right down the street. Right there, bus stop strip club. Ain't nothing in between it but an IGA, a little grocery market. And when I say little, I'm talking about the size of a house, not the size of an apartment complex. On the other side of that was Train Trace. On the other side of the Train Trace was a strip club and a strip club parking lot. My bus stop was the church. Church, market, strip club. We had no idea who the strippers was. We didn't know if it was my homeboy, big sister, or his mama, or who. We didn't know. Strippers did not parade there. They didn't come out in the daylight dressed like strippers. They didn't jump on social media, technology, and parade the fact that they were strippers and beg you to come watch them. Oh, they got the money from the money that was coming. These motherfuckers were advertised. They putting out flyers. They traveling city to city. They want you to know. Because they got it in their head that this is all I'm going to ever need. I'm never going to need a man. I'm never going to need a job. I'm always going to use what I got to get what I want. I ain't even going to say it's okay, but that's a mentality developed in the 20s. I would encourage these women to go around and find out who the oldest woman in the strip club is, how old she is, and then ask yourself, what do you think you're going to be doing at that age? If the oldest woman in the strip club 36, how old you gonna be when you think you gonna stop this and you gonna, you know what I'm saying? So after that's over, ain't no job, it's a hustle. Now you want to try to do hair, you want to try to do nails, or open up a boutique, man, get out of here. How about we go educate ourselves? We become pillars of the community. We become people that other people depend on, that other people need. And then we, instead of taking advantage because we know we need it, we help. We build our legacies and shit up. Hold on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's build ourselves and our legacies up, man, our people, our communities. I can't stress enough to when we all doing good, nobody does bad. You know what I'm saying? When we all doing good, nobody can do bad because we can help each other. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, man. Don't be afraid to take the long road, instead of the wrong road, do things the long way instead of the wrong way. Find somebody to help, tell somebody to love them. You know I love y'all, and I appreciate you too. We out.